Hey, everybody. I look like crap today. All right, my camera's going in and out anyway. I don't know what's going on with my camera, but y'all don't need to see me anyhows. All right, we're going to get right into it. This is about a 14-year-old girl who is missing. Hey, Debbie Nelson. Stephanie Damron. Now, Stephanie's been missing since September 23rd, 2024. September 23rd, 2024. Stephanie got into an argument with her sister. The family's residence, they lived about a half mile back in the woods. The children were very familiar with the area, comfortable with the area. And when Stephanie got upset at her sister and left, there were no red flags for the first few hours. No red flags for the first few hours. Stephanie seems to have walked into the woods and vanished. Now, we're going to kind of do things a little different here for the memento. The last update on this was December 2nd. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, around December 2nd. And thank you, Loves to Lurk, for bringing this to my attention. For real. I appreciate you doing that. I don't know how this slipped through my fingers, but... Okay, hold on. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let's, I'm going to kind of, like I said, go backwards here. And on November 8th, 2024, this is what was reported as of then. Stephanie Damron, now 14, was last seen Monday, September 23rd, walking into the woods near her home in New Sweden, Maine. That's Stephanie right there in the FBI Most Wanted poster. On Facebook, the girl's mother, Lisa Marie Damron, has been asking for people with information on Stephanie's whereabouts to contact the authorities. I am going to pull up a law enforcement update on Facebook. She's been missing she walked into the woods and never came out. Stephanie was reported missing on Tuesday, September 24th. She was 13 at the time. And she's just disappeared, you guys. Stephanie's parents, Christopher and Lisa Marie Damron, said that the teen got into an argument with her sister on the day she was last seen and walked off. We live a half mile back in the woods and our kids are very comfortable in their surroundings. There was nothing to raise flags for the first few hours. That is what I had down in my notes. Who said they weren't home at the time. So the parents weren't even home at the time. But they want this young lady home. So in 2020 is when the girl and her parents moved from Texas to New Sweden. Now, Stephanie had previously tried to run away before, is what the family's saying. But they always found her. She was always found by relatives in the woods. Detectives are still following up on leads. Stephanie's disappearance has also prompted a citizens group to search the woods in New Sweden. No one wants to stop looking for this girl. She walked into the woods and didn't walk back out. Now, from my understanding also, they were not, she did not have a lot of social media access. She was homeschooled. She was homeschooled and didn't have a lot of access to social media. I remember that part. It's in here somewhere. The mother on Facebook pleading for her to come home. Please tell authorities if anything has happened, if anybody knows anything. Authorities described Stephanie as 5 feet tall, 130 pounds, green eyes, shoulder-length brown hair. She was last seen wearing blue jeans, a long-sleeve blue shirt, and black Harley-Davidson hiking boots. Anyone with information about Stephanie's whereabouts is encouraged to call the Maine State Police at 1-800-924-2261 or 207-532-5400. Let me, this is from Facebook, and it's the National Desk. I'm not sure that site exactly, but we are going to, let me share that. And we are going to listen to that. And then, we are going to go over to the FBI website, and I'm going to show you exactly what the FBI has to say. The FBI has given a $15,000 reward for information to help find Stephanie Dameron. All right, this should be okay. I think you guys should be able to hear this without no trouble. Closed caption is on. Don't know if it's going to work. All right, let's do this. All right, this should be good. This is from Hey Justice. Yeah, I mean, allegedly she didn't. I'll find the article where it says that here in just a second, Deb. Let's hear what this guy had to say. And I believe this was also done on December 2nd. I'm not finding a lot of new information being talked about.
Maintain a vigilance for Stephanie and to report any tips or leads that might be helpful to our investigation.
That's low.
Stephanie is a white female, approximately 5 feet tall, 130 pounds, with shoulder-length brown hair, green eyes, as last reported wearing blue jeans. long sleeve blue shirt with black Harley Davidson hiking boots.
Okay, hold on, you guys, because I can pull that up somewhere else and get it to come in a little bit better. Give me 1 second. Give me a moment. Let's I just got to see which one I want to use. Here we go. Let's do this one. Maybe this one will be better. Give me just a second, you guys. Okay, hold on. I got it. Hold on a minute. Don't run away. Don't run away. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear this one. Caption on. Sound on. Well, let's get over to where he's talking. Where you at?
Long sleeve.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Stephanie does not have current access to electronic devices.
Okay, here we go. Wait, sorry. I'm low budget. Okay. Should be able to hear that better. I got closed captions on.
My name is Scott Goslin. I'm a major with the Maine State Police.
Hey, Mama Bear.
Maine State Police called this press conference.
Hey, Deb. Hey, Karen.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation to help bring attention to the disappearance of 14-year-old Stephanie Dameron. Stephanie was last seen on September 23rd, leaving her home in New Sweden on foot and walking into the woods behind her home. Stephanie's family is very concerned for her safety. And to our knowledge, Stephanie does not have current access to electronic devices and has limited access to social media. We are looking for help from the public in order to maintain a vigilance for Stephanie and to report any tips or leads that might be helpful to our investigation. Stephanie is a white female, approximately 5 feet tall, 130 pounds, with shoulder length brown hair, green eyes, as last reported wearing blue jeans, long sleeve blue shirt with black Harley Davidson hiking boots. A photograph of Stephanie is available for publication, and you can.
They lived a half a mile back in the woods. They lived a half a mile back in the woods. You never know what's in the woods. Seriously.
See a picture here. Since her disappearance, the Major Crimes Unit detectives in our Northern Field Division, along with the Boston Division of the FBI, have spent hundreds of hours investigating her disappearance, conducting countless interviews, and following up on leads. The Maine Warden Service have canvassed the woods searching for Stephanie, but at this time, there's been no credible information or sightings of Stephanie. The Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit North is collaborating with the Federal Bureau of Investigation with this missing person investigation. Anyone with information concerning Stephanie's whereabouts is urged to contact the Maine State Police at 1-800-924-2261 or 207-532-5400. And you may contact the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. At this time, I'd like to introduce Special Agent in.
Okay, so she gets mad. She takes off out of the house. Very comfortable with her surroundings. They had lived there a couple, they moved in 2020, so 3 years at the time. 3, almost 4 years. No, they are not safe. They're not safe anywhere anymore. Okay. I'm going to pop over here real fast. The FBI and the Maine State Police announced a $15,000 reward for missing Aroostook County teenager Stephanie Dameron. The Boston Division of Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and the Maine State Police continue to seek the public's assistance in locating the 14-year-old Stephanie Dameron of New Sweden, Maine. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $15,000 for information leading to the safe return of Stephanie Dameron and or the arrest and prosecution of anyone involved in her disappearance. The FBI hopes this reward will incentivize anyone with information relating to Stephanie's whereabouts to come forward. Any detail, no matter how small, could be helpful, said Jody Cohen, special agent in charge of the FBI Boston Division. Stephanie's family desperately wants to know where she is. We are fully committed to helping our law enforcement partners exhaust every investigative resource to find her and bring her home. The Maine State Police remain steadfast in our investigation into her disappearance. Every lead, no matter how small, is being thoroughly pursued to find her. Maine State Police Colonel William Ross said they appreciate the FBI's support and urge anyone to come forward who may have a tip or to help find Stephanie. This is what the FBI are saying. This is what the FBI is saying. Okay? That's why I'm reading it to y'all. Stephanie was reported missing by her family September 24th, 24, was last seen walking out of her house and into the woods located on West Road in New Sweden. At the time of her disappearance, she was wearing blue jeans, long sleeve blue shirt, and Harley Davidson hiking boots. Stephanie is a white female with green eyes and shoulder-length brown hair, 5 feet tall, approximately 130 pounds, is homeschooled with limited access to social media. So the FBI are telling us that she was homeschooled and she had limited access to social media. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you think the FBI wording this like this, right, that limited access to social media, that's two different meanings to me. That the possibility of her, someone on social media getting access to her, is the probability of that lessened? Or is that heightened? That could mean two different things. I'm telling you guys. That's what I'm seeing anyway. If she had limited access, then I wouldn't think it would be hard for them to be able to have access to all her social media accounts. But being homeschooled and not having a lot of access, possibly socially, that could turn into a dangerous situation also for someone with limited access to social media. But I'm sure FBI's got that all worked out. Immediately after she was reported missing, the FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team that we know of as CARD of special agents specifically trained and experienced in missing children matters deployed to assist Maine State Police with the search. Despite an extensive investigative efforts, including a neighborhood canvass and a video search, along with an expansive grid search utilizing canines by the Maine Warden Service and Maine State Police, Stephanie still remains missing. They've conducted dozens of interviews, followed up on potential leads, all the way into Canada. The FBI's CARD team will continue to assist Maine State Police on the ground investigative, technical, behavioral analysis, and analytical support. This is Stephanie. Here is Stephanie. Wow. It's pretty wild. Yeah, she just walked into the woods. She's 14. She's 14. Now, I have not looked up her mother and father on Facebook. I mean, I could. I just don't know how good, I don't know what more there's to even say. Kind of weird, right? She's a beautiful girl. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think. I mean, if she didn't have access to social media, like I said, that can just mean a couple different things. That can mean what little access she did have to social media, she, possibly, we all know the drill on the social media creeper parade, right? We all pretty much know that. But yes, she is on the most wanted list. I will research a little bit more on it. Hold on, I'm pulling something else up. Because this is from the Daily Mail. Wow. And they had the canines and the dogs and everything. You would think that if it was only a few hours, they could have definitely picked up her scent, right? I would have to pull up a map of this. Let me pull this up. I want to see something here. Hang on. No, it didn't pull me up where I needed to be. Get out of there. And just to let you guys know, the CARD team is the Child Abduction Rapid Deployment team, and I call it the CARD team. Now, the CARD team they provide the investigative, technical, and resource assistance to local and state law enforcement. The CARD team can quickly set up a command post to centralize operations and investigations. They use technology like cell phone information to track travel patterns and speed, identify associates. The CARD team identifies any known associates who might be involved. They develop an understanding of the victim. CARD teams work to understand the victim. The CARD teams are made up of experienced personnel with a proven track record in investigating crimes against children. They work closely with the National Center for the Analysis of Violent Crime, FBI Behavioral Analysis Unit, representatives, and Child Exploitation Task Force members. If a child goes missing, you can contact your local FBI field office, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-THE-LOST, or use the FBI Child ID app. Wow. Yeah, I mean, they're following it all the way into Canada. They're following up on leads, so it's very sad today that, like you said, Debbie, earlier, you have to watch your children even when they go out in your yard. You have to watch everything that they do. You've got to know who they're talking to on social media. You pretty much have to know the whole aspect of your child's life. The privacy factor went out the window a long time ago. So, not really that much on social media. She was homeschooled. She was 14, though. I mean, she's 14. And the CARD team is still involved, which I think is very interesting. Very interesting that the CARD team is still involved with that. But I'm glad you brought this to my attention. I am glad you did, ma'am. All right, let's see. Something else. Okay, hold on. I gotta find it. Let me go ahead and do an update because I didn't know how much time I would use up. Oh, dang it. Okay, well, I was going to talk about that, but I don't want to have to pay for the article right now. Hang on, I'll find it. I was going to talk about Aubrey Stowers. I think that's how you say her last name. Mm. Shit, hang on. I got the same one. That was that was January 11th. Let me check this one out. Okay, we're going to talk about the Aubrey Stowers case. And I'll have to go back and put her into my, I don't know any of that, Karen, right now. I'm just catching up with the case. So I just was kind of letting you guys know so far what I know and what I've found out. Let me find a picture of Aubrey. That's her mother. Okay, hold on. This was done on December 12th. And let me go through this and maybe it will remind you guys who I'm talking about. So, of course, there's going to be legal delays in this case. Let me get Stephanie's picture off there, and that way you guys don't get confused on who I'm talking about. Let's see if I can find Aubrey's picture. That is not her. Okay, just give me a second, you guys. I'm looking at this because I got a picture of the parents, but I don't have a picture of Aubrey. All right, here we go. So legal delays are expected in a case involving a Wortland couple charged with the red rum of 5-year-old Aubrey Stowers. Assistant Commonwealth's Attorney Joe Merkel said parties in the case are currently in the process of retaining conflict counsel. Suggestion Christopher Clay Stiltner, 39, and Rachel Waddell, 37, will not be represented by the same attorney after all. Oh, they're going to have different attorneys. The pair were arrested in January of this year following a investigation into their daughter Aubrey. Well, it was Rachel's mom is I'm sorry, Aubrey's mother is Rachel Waddell, and Aubrey was found unresponsive in the home in June. Investigation alleges both Stiltner and Waddell contributed to Aubrey's passing. They were also additionally charged with possessing substances and anabolic steroids. So they were doing freaking steroids too. So we'll be waiting on this. January 13th is when they go back to court. All righty. We shall keep up with that. Look at this woman. This lady was accused of biting a state trooper and then fleeing in a police car. She says, I'm guilty. She said, I done it. I done it. Hey, Poppy. Thank you, Poppy. She says, I done it. I done it, Ossifer. Girl, it's Christmas. Why you gotta bite somebody? It happened after police responded to a domestic call north of Ravenna. She was sitting on the ground and appeared to be distraught. When they told her she was under arrest for assault, a struggle ensued. She was eventually handcuffed, placed in a cruiser. She managed to free one of her hands from the cuff and drive away. Oh. Where did you couldn't have had her in the back seat? Well, maybe you did. I don't know. Sounds to me like you wouldn't have left her there. She ended up crashing the police car. She said she was guilty on all 3 charges, which include assaulting an officer, fleeing police, which are both 5-year felonies. Wow. Don't bite law enforcement, okay, you guys? Do not bite law enforcement. But no, it is very important that we keep Aubrey's name out there and Stephanie Damron. Stephanie Damron. There are so many cases I need to catch up on. I'm always needing to catch up on a case. Always. It just seems weird that they lived a half mile back in the woods and the kids were all familiar with their surroundings, never felt intimidated on their own property. And she just goes into the woods and poof, she disappears. You never know. Some of these people, do you guys remember a movie called Lovely Bones? It was called Lovely Bones, and it actually had Mark Wahlberg in it. It was a really good movie. But the girl, there was this guy, and he went out in the middle of this field, and he dug a bunker, and he was trying to get somebody down there, and she, the teenager, was walking home from school, and she would walk through the fields, and he happened to in other words, she passed away. I mean, you guys remember the case where it was a female and it was this guy and his family, and she ended up missing, and they had all these bunkers dug all over the property. They never did find her, but I can't remember the name of the case. But they had all these bunkers and stuff dug all over the property. For sure. And I mean, it's just sad. It really is. And it is hard. It is hard to try to keep all these kids' names out there, and it's hard to, it is hard to keep up. And then I felt bad when I started looking into Stephanie's case. I thought I had remembered the name, but when when you want your content to be talking about missing and exploited children, there's so many. There is so many. And I should have had her name out here long before this. And I could have mentioned it before. I don't remember. I don't remember, but I feel bad because I should have stayed on top of this. But that's why I have you guys, because you guys remind me. You're like, hey, lady. And it's all good. It's all good, y'all. Hold on, I'm getting ready to do something here. So I guess that's another situation where you really, I don't want to compare it to another case because Stephanie is 14. Yeah, there's a movie out. Well, I would have thought that, but no, that's not the way they have it, Debbie. I'm glad you noticed. That's exactly the way the site's got it. For sure. Exactly the way they have it. There's actually two. Here's the other one. That hardly don't even look like her. That didn't even hardly look like her. Well, I guess they did with this one. Maybe it's because they put the reward out, Debbie. That's a good question, though. That's a good question. But it's getting her name out there. But I kind of wanted to cover this starting with what the FBI was saying, what the state police were saying. I kind of wanted to start it out with that before getting into the dramatics, I'll say, of it. You get what I'm saying? The dramatics of it. Because I know a lot of people, why was she homeschooled? I've got those questions in my mind myself. Did she have any issues medically? It doesn't say anything about that. Doesn't say anything about that at all. But I can see a 14-year-old getting in an argument with their sister. Hang on. So let's pop over here real quickly. There was a missing girl, 17, found safe, as police say she was living with a 44-year-old man. Penelope Pennywise, 17, was reported missing after she was last seen on May 31st. This was put out in July of 2024. After police in Michigan say they safely located a 17-year-old girl who'd been missing for 2 months, they revealed they found her living with a 44-year-old man, and the two were engaged. The two were engaged. Penelope was reported missing after she was last seen leaving her family's home on foot on May 31st around 6 p.m. local time. Penelope was reported missing after she was last seen leaving her family's home on foot. Stephanie left her home on foot. "17 with a 44-year-old. Before she was found, she was seen on camera walking alone in Rockford around midnight on Saturday, June 1st. Throughout the investigation, police said they believe she intentionally walked away from home. There was no info to say that it was foul play. Wow. In an update on Monday, July 22nd, police shared that investigators learned the older man, who was 44, did not even know her. They met around 2 o'clock local time on June 1st. Wow. So Penny started living with this guy the same day they met. She started living with this guy the same day they met. Police believe she was staying with the man willingly, and that they just happened to meet. They met and bonded. The prosecutor's office said that although the case was clearly troubling, their office can't just change. They cannot just charge things that we find troubling. So that's exactly what they were saying. It was like, there's nothing, even though we don't like it, we cannot charge this 44-year-old man because Penny was 17. Charges could have included harboring a runaway, contributing to the delinquency of a minor. But because Penny was 16 and over, they couldn't apply those charges. Wow. The teenager's still in custody. They really can't get into what she's in custody for because she's still a juvenile in the eyes of the law. Wow. So I don't know what Penny did, but Penny is in lockdown. That's so sad. That is so sad. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna fix me some hot tea. My throat's kind of yucky, and I don't think I could sit here any longer because my back is fried. I don't know if I'll be able maybe to go live a little bit later tonight just to kind of bull crap, have a bull crapping session. So let's see how I feel. I don't know, Karen. It doesn't make any sense. It's just sad. It is very sad. But children just don't go missing. They just don't vanish into thin air. They really don't. Well, thankfully, Penelope was found, and we need to concentrate on Stephanie Dameron. Hope that she is found. I kind of explained to you guys what the card team did. You can take what the FBI said and actually, you know, decide what you think their verbiage is, or if things made sense to you the way it did to me. I don't know. Sometimes I don't make any sense at all. But I am going to chill out. Yeah, you can live with the old man, but you can't smoke or drink. Yeah, make that make sense. Make that make sense. You can do nasty things with a 44-year-old man, but don't let us catch you drinking or smoking. Absolutely. I'm going to go back over those Utah, what was it? The, oh, RAB. I want to go back over those Utah statutes that they put out for ritualistic ABUSE. Those were weird. I gotta pull them up again. All right, I've been on here an hour. I adore you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Like I said, if I can pop on later for a little while just to bull crap with everybody, I will do that. And there's still more cases to be looked at. So there's never going to be a time where we don't have a missing or exploited child to talk about. For real. Keep it about the victims. All right, let me see if my camera's working so I can. Oh, my camera's not working. Okay, well, imagine in your mind me giving you the peace out sign. I gotta make sure my camera's plugged in all the way because I don't know what it's doing. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out, everybody.